G'day mate and welcome back to Capital Mystery with me, JD. In our last episode we managed to get recycling up and running so we can start reusing some of our waste. Also managed to start converting, using some of our sulfur to make acid to clean out copper that way. It turns out it's way more efficient. The other thing we managed to do was replace the power plants with a more efficient power plant. Today's episode, I need to get into glass smelting because at the moment we're importing glass and I prefer to keep our construction parts through to ourselves rather than, trade them away to get some glass, to get some more diggy boys. But before we get to any of that, I need to ask the very important question. Can I borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like. I like borrowing a like early in the video. Not happy with the video? By all means, I'll give you a 100% refund on your like. At the same time, we're now in double digits. We're in double digits. We're in episode 11. So if you haven't clicked subscribe yet, you probably should. Also, don't forget, if you join the series anytime late, there's always top link of the description is the playlist. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's find out what we're going to be doing today. As always, the first thing I need to do is I need to give a big shout out and a big thank you to those who go above and beyond to support the channel. Those that support on Patreon, those who come across to Twitch on the weekends and join me for the live streams, and also those that become a YouTube member. So today we need to thank, edit, please, there we go. Einsford? I'm gonna go with Einsford. Maybe I get points for pronouncing a name correctly, maybe I don't, but he can also become a yellow truck, because we need to get some more yellow trucks. Speaking of yellow trucks and the shipyard, last episode, our Mr. Shippy went out and went and killed everything he possibly could. We're hopefully going to unload these vehicle parts, I hope. Keep empty. Oh, let's not have those. Let's not have that. Let's not have 6 pieces of concrete. Let's not have, I don't know, 160 recyclables. Can I turn you on, please? Cool, that should hopefully get rid of those. Hopefully I can unload five vehicle parts now. Five, yep, hopefully. And then we can, do we have someone getting oil in here? On. Yeah, problem is there's a ship there full of oil. Yeah, all right. Hopefully I can get that stuff out of our dock and therefore we can get some more vehicle parts. But Mr. Shippy went out and found everything he could and we have no more targets. So we're going to unload the crew to have some spare workers, 95 workers, that's not a bad start. And then we're going to pop down to our vehicles. Last episode, went through and clicked upgrade on a whole bunch of diggy boys. But as you can see, I'm short on construction parts, or vehicle parts. This was always a known fact. It's not designed to run flat out. It's designed for you to store up a little bit and then go build a little bit, or just keep it constantly building. Because we have the Unity currently, I'm going to throw some Unity at the problem. Yeah, I'm going to throw a Unity at the problem. I know I have some in storage, but I'm going to throw Unity at the problem anyway. All right, next thing I want to do is research. I went and rearranged the research tree because I desperately, I forgot last time around to get thermal desalination, which is sort of higher on the list. So I need to add that in before everything else. Also need wastewater treatment fairly quickly because our biggest health concern currently is water pollution. Technically, it's also air pollution, but we need to get wastewater treatment so we can get exhaust scrubbing anyway. So that's way higher on the list. Well, this is higher on the list to get this higher on the list. Yep. So we need to get these up and running, which means research is going to take a little while. But the other thing I need to do is our tree cutters have come through and they've cut what they can here, but there's still old growth forests laying around. So I would like to remove those. Also, we've already got a ramp down to this level, so we might as well remove all this. And I also want to get ramps down to the lower levels. So I want to have a fill from here to here. Now, the biggest thing I've done is I don't have anything available to be dumped. And in fact, I think we've just reached the end of our dumping. We have reached the end of our dumping. So the only way they're allowed to dump stuff is if I give them the option to. So we do have right tower goes to left. Yes. We do have the option to dump waste here because I don't mind dumping the waste under the town. Like, it seems like a pretty good spot to dump waste. Preferably not that tile. Meh, it's whatever. We'll dig it up later. So I need to give them a couple more options of where to dump waste. So we're going to go into buildings for vehicles, my control tower, and I'm going to put you here. When you're there, I'm going to assign what you're allowed to waste here, dump here. I want to add waste for sure. Also dirt. They're the two really, really big ones because they're fairly low throughput items. So I don't mind if the trucks have to go a little bit more distance. But I want to get a ramp down to the next level so we can clear cut this area. Also, I want to ramp down to the next level. And I've already set up the starting point because, well, it's like 10 levels down. to get to the next level. Yeah, so hopefully get those 2 ramps filled in fairly quickly, which means I can dig to here, but I also need to have somewhere where we can put rock. For the moment, I think I'm going to turn this off for these 2, and we're going to add an extra row of tiles all the way along. I have what? 6 tiles currently. Yeah, let's go out to 7, 8. 8. Yeah, but the only thing they're allowed to dump under this jurisdiction is rock and slag, which are the more common ones, and then dirt needs to go for a very, very long drive, which I'm completely fine with because in theory it's a pretty low throughput item. I also want to pull off 2 trucks from these 2 guys because I think 4 trucks total is plenty. Yeah, so look at that. Look at that. They're already getting it done. All right. I want to continue our dumping journey down the map. I want to put another dump here to go from -50 down to -60. Yep, another 10 layers. Can I get you moved a little bit closer? Oh, I'm going to edit area. Cool. And then 1 more to finally get down to the bottom, which is going to be over here. That'll take me from -60 all the way down to -70. After we get to -70, I'm actually going to have to start digging things flat, which will be the plan. And then we're going to come out with a nice straight dig to about here before I angle things down again. Yeah, and we're going to just carve through. Let's go with that area. Yeah, down to -80. That'll finally get us down to the ground level. It's a long way down. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to start them digging. We'll start them. Yeah, we'll start them digging this out first, and they should have more than enough material to fill that. And then I probably want to flatten this area and flatten this area. It's nice that it's ribbed for the map's pleasure, but I would like it to be less ribbed so I can actually use it as a buildable area. You guys are good. Okay. Next thing I need to do is coal. Mr. Coley boys. I need to. We've already got one of these guys upgraded. We're going to have a couple more of them upgraded shortly, but I want to rearrange this area from here to about here. And I want to cut down the width of this. I don't need this much width. What I do need is I need depth. I need to get down to the bottom reliably without having to drive all the way around the map. So we're going to set this one up for a, let's jig all the way down to -80. And then after we get to -80, in theory, I can flatten out. And then we can just run a, straight line out to the ground level. But that's going to take a very, very long time to dig. So I want to sort of get that process started. All right, next thing I want to do is, still on the topic of mining towers, I want to get another mining tower in here. And we're going to edit this area out to, I don't know, everything between, let's go there and there. Massive, cool. And mining, I want flat. Did comment just the other episode that all this area is, well, not really usable by me because of all these stupid hills in the way. So we're just going to flatten out the whole area, remove all these hills. Now, I do have a number of diggy boys that have been upgraded already into... Yep. Oh, there's more over there. Cool. Please don't undermine my farm. Actually, we're probably going to move the farm, so it's probably okay. We do have a number of diggy boys that have already been upgraded. As we can see, Iron right here has 4 big diggy boys. So I'm going to change that down to 3 and give them 4 big trucks and no blue trucks. You're going a fairly short distance. You can have 5 little trucks. 5 little trucks. All right, which means I free up a couple of guys to come over here, and we're going to go 1, 1, 3. Yeah, and then export routes. I'm going to have you allowed to export into this bucket, this bucket, and this bucket. Also, I want you to be able to export into this bucket, this bucket, and this bucket. Rather than you guys trying to work out, well, how to get all your dirt all the way over to there, or there, or there, or there. You could just export to a local bucket and then somebody else can deal with the problem, which probably means I need to upgrade both of those and also upgrade both of those to hold a little bit more because we're about to dump a whole pile of stuff in them. Okay, this team has 2 big diggy boys, so I'm going to pull 2 off here and probably put something like that. 5, 4, let's go with 3. And then put 3 little diggy boys on there, couple on there, and we're just trying trying to even things out. Like, this guy is not marked for upgrade. He's now a marked for upgrade. I want to try and get as many vehicles upgraded as quickly as possible. I do have some headroom to get a few more vehicles out and running. As we can see, we're going stable, busy, all depending on, well, how much dirt we're putting in odd places that then needs to be shifted all the way down. This team here is... wrong one, that one. There's 6 big diggy boys with 7 big trucks and 9 little buckets, or 9 little guys. I'm going to pull all those off and just add a second big one just to try and even out my numbers a little bit. It's one of the things that you're going to have to do as you go through and start upgrading things. I do need to make sure limestone, we're out of limestone. Okay, edit area, come do limestone please for a little bit so we can fill up those buckets. And speaking of buckets, we're probably going to upgrade those as well. Okay. All right, sulfur, it's pretty close to full. We'll come back to that. Yes, okay. All right, I want to get glass making up and running because we researched that right at the end of the last episode. And at the moment I am spending, and I'm about to spend more, I'm spending, I'm spending my construction parts 3 to buy in glass. I'm also spending uni. I prefer not to, especially when uni's going down just ever so slightly for me running the 2 boosts. So what I need to do is I need to get glass smelting up and running, which means metallurgy and smelting. We're going to need a glass maker. Now, glass maker, the first versions are very bad, very bad. It first off takes in 24 molten glass and gives you 24 glass, which is okay, but much later in the tech tree, you get the Glassmaker Mark II, which takes in 48 molten glass and gives you 72 glass. Way better. Love to get that. The catch is it's almost, well, it's twice the length and then a little bit. So unless you have a pre-made upgradable smelter, you're pretty much up a creek without a paddle, and you're going to have to rebuild things anyway. We're just going to accept we're going to have to rebuild things anyway, because although I do have access to my own builds, my own blueprints, I haven't really published the one for the upgradable smelters for glass, so I'm going to choose not to use it. Also, at the end of the day, I don't have the space right here, and this is definitely going to be a temporary build, because we want to make glass mix into molten glass. Also, I want to make broken glass into molten glass, but then I need to get glass mix. Glass mix comes from a mixer, and we'll just dump you here for the moment. And this has 2 recipes. It has sand plus limestone and salt and acid. Gives me 48 glass mix. You only need 24 glass mix to give me 24 molten glass. It also has the exact same without the acid to give you 36. I don't want to use that recipe at all. We're not in a massive rush. And where I'm building is going to be temporary because this needs acid. It would be more logical to build it over at copper. We already have acid. Technically needs limestone as well, which is at steel in the future, but it's not at steel now. But also you need sand for glass, so it sort of makes sense to make it over at glass where you already have 2 of the ingredients. Well, you need sand for advanced glass, but we're nowhere near that yet. I will need acid, and I need to build a tank, so I'm gonna put a tank there. That'll work for me. It's gonna be easier for us to truck the acid across rather than put in another build to make acid. Okay. I need to get in transports. Can I get a U shape? 3 tiles? 3 tiles. 3 tiles. We're going to try and keep everything, no, 5 tiles. 5 tiles. Okay, we're going to try and keep everything as small as possible. I'm going to bring you in there. I'm going to bring in coal from the other side, so it's going to come in from that side. We're going to run you into that belt. It was 3 tiles. Okay, well, move the whole thing forward. That did not line up, JD. Try again. Okay, technically, after I bring in glass mix here, I should put it through a balancer, okay? Because in theory, in the future, we're going to have broken glass. We're not going to have broken glass for a very long time, so I'm not too worried about it. But for the cost of putting in a balancer, I might as well. I also might as well remove that, and therefore I can move you closer. Okay, this one will need to be 5 tiles away, so that's 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's go, actually, let's go this way. Belt 1, belt 2, and belt 3. Okay, this is going to need a belt in there and a belt in there. Cool. So we need to get in sand, limestone, and salt. Okay, let's go through our options. First off is going to be let's put a bucket there. This bucket can go into that belt. Then we're going to have another bucket for, I don't know, well, we'll do the first one as sand. We'll do the second one as limestone, and then my third one will be salt. I need to get salt, don't have salt currently, so we'll work on that in just a second. We're just going to plug that into there, because, well, it works. And then, can I plug that just straight into there? Probably. Sure, that'll work for right now. Also means that I don't need to build any of that. In fact, I'm probably not going to build any of the belts that go lefty-righty. I'm just going to build them all as straight throughs. We're going to have a demand on that one, a demand on that one, and a demand on that one. We're going to also get at least that part built. Okay, other thing I need to deal with is the slag. Slag's going to come out of here. We're going to come up to height 3 and run to, I don't know, about there. And then put a bucket there. Come on. There to, yeah. Cool, that works for me. You can go there. Okay, can I change you to slag? And we're going to change you to empty. Cool. All right, last thing I need to do is I need to get coal in here. Conveniently have a power plant right here, which means we're going to be putting in a bridge. I don't know. Yeah. Cool, that's where I decided. All right, we're going to bring out, that's a pipe. I want a belt. Like a belt, please. Okay, I'd like a belt longer than one tile. Belt longer than one tile. Excellent. We're going to come out here. Through to there, up to there. Cool, works for me. All right, build that, and then you should be good to go. Now, as my glass output, I'm going to take this straight to height 3, and then we're just going to run it right the way around the outside. Hello? Squiggles? No? Okay. Height 2. Height 2. Height, ground, and in there. F. Thank you. Okay, we're going to run it straight into there, because that'll work for me. Alright, so we have everything built. We just need to, well, have salt and have sand. Okay, sand should be fairly easy. If I go to the tower on the left, we should just reassign this guy to dig a little bit further this way. I still need this stuff gone, which is why he's still here. So, yeah. We still have glass just, but we're definitely out of vehicle parts. And he should be able to grab some sand and go down and put the sand in that bucket. All right, next thing is going to be salt. So, salt, the easiest way to get salt, there's a number of ways. We just finished the thermal desalination, which means I could, well, take some steam, add it to some salt water, which would give me clean water and salt. But because we hooked up the second water node, I'm not so worried about water anymore. So we're going to leave that for now, and we'll probably add thermal desalination later. For right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a heating pond, no, an evaporation pond, not the heated version. The heated version is going to cost me, well, 2 maintenance rather than 1 maintenance. It's going to cost me 250 kilowatts worth of power. Power's not really an issue, but if I don't need to spend the power, I won't. It's going to cost me 6 people rather than 4 people. I don't know why you'd need to have so many people working in an evaporation pond where all you have to do is wait for the water to evaporate. But that's what you have. Yeah, that's what's required. And that'll give me 6 salt. 6 salt is really all I need. We do need a seawater pump, which I'm going to put right there, and then we're going to put in the tiniest pipe from A to B. Okay, there to there to there to there. And then we're going to pick this recipe, which will take in 22 seawater. You provide 102, so we're overkill there. And after, well, 60 seconds, we'll get 6 salt. 6 salt's not a lot, but the good news is we need 12. Now, I don't have 12, I have 6, but that gives me 48 glass mix. You only need 24 glass mix. So for right now, this is more than enough for what we need. We do need to have a storage. Can I just get a fluid storage? We'll just put you... sure, I guess we're going to just put it in line. Okay, we're going to come up and completely out of the way, because that's one of the things we can do with pipes, just remove them completely out of the way by just making them very, very tall. And you're going to bring in acid. Just a little bit. Okay, I don't need a lot of acid. We're just bringing a little bit. All right, that should be that up and running. So the only thing we're missing here is the salt, which eventually will start producing. Okay, with that done, I don't see a reason why I can't do this. We're going to click that button twice, just so I have some glass. Whoop, glass in the meantime. We're going to just, well, send it. No, that's the wrong button. That's the upgrade button. That's the send it button. Send it. Okay, that should get my belt in and everything, and we should be good to go. Now, you're going to make 24 glass, and we're using 6. So I'm not using a vast amount. Also means I want to upgrade that storage. Okay, now the other thing I want to do is, after I have glass actually running, so I've actually seen some progress here, I've had some salt in the bucket, I'm going to actually be turning this from keep stuff in here to neither. So this will become our general glass storage for right now. And then in the future, we'll look at rebuilding glass to somewhere a little bit more permanent. Yeah, at the moment, everything's, we're still very much the starter base territory. Okay, everything's going to end up being rebuilt sooner or later. No idea when sooner or later is. Really, it comes down to clearing some area. Like we have, where are we? You have done that filling area, so I can remove you, and we can remove that. We can come over here and say, we're getting some progress over here. Because we're using dirt, it's making a mess. I know it's going to make a mess. In fact, I might just narrow it down to 2 tiles. And I might do the exact same here. Let's narrow you down to 2 tiles as well. Because we're going to make a mess. We're going to make an absolute mess. You, probably going to leave you with 3. Actually, we might move that side. Yep. Oh, exhaust. Didn't do that part. Yeah. Cool. That I was leaving that off so I knew it'd run. That's right. Yes. 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 So we have glass on a belt, which means it reminds me to come back here and change this to this. Cool. See? It was there for a reason. All right. So we're still cranking out. Oh, actually, you're all done. Whoa, we're all done. Okay. Can I... We're busy. But I still have 3 diggy boys. Okay, so let's find our diggy boys. Let's go with this tower. This tower has 6 big diggy boys, 8 trucks. You have 1 little diggy boy. So let's grab our little diggy boy and upgrade him. Also, what do you have on you? You have dirt. Yeah, they're finding an issue. Having an issue finding spots to put dirt. Can I have you go into that one and that one? Just so you have some options. And we're going to do that. Yes. Okay. Copper. Copper is on all big diggy boys. So I'm going to cut back their numbers by a little bit. 5, 4. Also, I'm going to also give Copper the option to drive directly there after they've filled their own buckets. So they'll fill their own buckets, and then if there's still, well, nothing to do, then they'll just drive the Copper directly there to save us having another truck come do it. Iron is 3 diggy boys. Can I just give you 4 big trucks, and then we'll remove them from the pool? You have 3. Let's go with 4 and 0. Okay, so I have 3. Yep, we know about you. Oh, limestone. Limestone. Oh. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to set a big one to do limestone. I don't really need a big one to do limestone. Little ones are more than capable. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade you. I'm going to upgrade you. And then we're going to remember that we have them there. We're going to put a second one in here. I'm going to assign you an edit area for this. I'd like this done. We're going to build you. You're already assigned to those buckets, and you're assigned to that bucket for limestone. Actually, you can also be assigned now to this bucket for limestone as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull you off there. You're actually doing limestone, so that leaves 1 on limestone, and like that. Just like the front limestone's pretty much full, and you are marked for upgrades, so you're in the queue to get upgraded. Okay. You obviously you're also in the queue to get upgraded. Yes. Is there a way to cancel that? No. Alright, it's fine. None of our place to dump products. What do you have that you can't dump? You have stone, which you can dump into there, but we need somebody to empty it, and emptying is not going well. Okay. Can I We have, where are we? 97 of 120. So can I get 3 of those? I can cancel it. So I can cancel it from this end. Oh, that doesn't tell me. It was the limestone guy, wasn't it? Wasn't it? I bet you it was. Yeah, the one I actually want to have upgraded. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to unassign you. Then I'm going to assign you. Okay, then we're going to unassign you. And then we'll assign you here instead. It's a painful way of doing it, but it works. Okay, I'm going to have three more trucks, which takes up to 100 neat out of 120. Okay, from there, I think I'm going to go for another 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, we still have 31 blue trucks running around, which I want to replace every one of them. We're going to replace every one of them in time, but not quite at the moment. You are empty. Okay, we can close that. It is going to keep getting refilled with more of them. And where are your trucks? One on the right. Have nowhere to dump materials because you're not dumping things directly. Right? You have rock. You try to dump them on the other side of the map. Okay, I'll tell you what. I will allow you, if you can't put them in a box, to dump them here, and I'm going to turn off accept assigned only. So they'll try and put stuff in a box first. If there's no room in the box, which currently there isn't, they're just going to put it, well, straight into the sea for us. You have nothing to be mined. Holy crap. Well, that's flat. Okay, double check. That is flat. Yeah. Anything around here? Oh, well, actually, there's a tiniest bit here. Oh, it's a fill. Okay, never mind. All right. One other fill I want to do is over here. I want to get to this plateau. With all the working around the other side of the map, we can't actually get down to this plateau. The only reason we're getting down here is getting a bunch of trees. So I'm going to bring this down to 16. That's just above ground level. We'll flatten out for a little bit. And then... Nope. Other way. Bring you down to 20. We might add in just one more flat before we bring it down. 20? Yes. Okay. We're going to do that just there. That should be... where's coal? Oh. That should be dirt and rock. Okay, so in theory, they should do their own dumping probably. But considering they're digging mostly coal, there's probably going to be a bit of an issue finding, coal and rock. Okay, or rock and dirt. All right, so if this crew is done, what do I want them to do? Okay, I want to relieve them. Everybody off that job. We're going to clear this whole area because I don't need all those markers on the map. It gets a little bit past confusing. Okay, around here, this is all flat already. Yes. You have way too many guys with 4 of you for 2. Okay, so we're going to change you down to 3. And who's the one that's walking around with nothing? Okay, you've got nothing to do. If I empty that, you are fine. And this tower. Okay, assign them there. Assign... So you got 5, we'll give you 6, and you physically need someone to put dirt. That's a whole different problem. Do not install tree saplings after harvest. Yeah, okay, we don't want to know about that. Yeah, we don't want to know. Okay, we can throw down more trees, and apart from the fact that I need to cut them back down, I don't really see too much of an issue. Only if they get in my way. That's the only thing. If they get in my way and I have to cut them down, it takes time to cut them down. Time and storage. But they also take 12 years to grow. So we might as well throw them down. And you know what? You're going to complain probably so much about not being able to path to some of these tiles, but I don't really care. Cool. All right. Forest area outside the forestry tower area. Are there? That is true. Wrong button. Edit area. There to there. Cool. Now I'm seeing that. I'm like, okay, well, let's just add a few more here. And a few more here. Sure. All right. You can go plant some trees. Where are we up to with... Okay, so you guys digging out trees, oh, cutting down trees, you're doing fine. Dumping, we've made it down to this level, so I can remove that and cut you out. We're working our way down to the next level. You're mostly going to be dirt, honestly. It looks like they're dumping the trash right, well, here, which is fine by me, honestly. We'll worry about some actual trash sorting in the future. You are building the next 3 to 4 vehicles. Actually, a lot more than 3 to 4 vehicles. And how many are we down to? We got one diggy boy. Okay. Well, in that case, upgrade that diggy boy. What the hell? Hang on, you're not assigned to anything. Oh, I have 5. 5 of you doing nothing. Okay, well, look, just assign them there. Assign them there. I don't know what I want them to do long term. Probably we're at the stage where we need to make long-term decisions. So are we going to get our way to the bottom of the crater, which we need to do because I want to cut down all these forests no matter what. Okay, I want all this gone. I also want to, it's definitely not level already, so I definitely want to send a digging crew down here and just flatten it. As long as it's flat, I can use this buildable space or as, well, forestry area. And then we need to decide, are we going to build at the bottom? And, well, we've got a large amount of water. Okay, it's an awful lot of water down here. But as we can see, we have copper here, we have iron here, we have coal here. But it does give us some building space. Okay, well, also limestone in here. Yeah, our quartz is hidden up here on the coastline along with our sand, so we sort of need to get access to that stuff as well. Do we come down and we build at the bottom? Or do we keep excavating out, landfill out to sea, and then we build everything on the surface? There really are 2 options. Like, this is filled in at height number 2. Let's just remove some of this. Yep. No, I need to put that back. Thank you. This is filled into height number 2, which is really the height we have to be at. We have to be at least 2 to fit in docks. So I could just put everything at height 2. And we could just, well, go nuts from here. And we could just fill in everything. We just build a whole factory up here. Our other option is we dig down. Well, we start in the middle. We start in the middle and we work our way from there. Can I get you to probably go back to this? Yeah. You're probably going to need an extra truck as well. Okay, and you have 1 and 3 little trucks. Okay, first off, you only need 2 trucks. And we're going to hit the upgrade on some of these guys. Yeah. Yep. So I need to decide which way we're going to go. Whether we're going to go build here or build here. Either way, I'm thinking next episode when this digging crew is done, who can't dump what? You can't dump dirt. Which tower is this? It's that tower. Well, I'm not going to give you an assignment to dirt because dirt's literally on the other side of the map. Who else? You're a dirt box. It's not full. There you go. Have fun. Maybe. What the hell happened there? These little dirt piles. Stop leaving your dirt sticking up. We'd flatten that already. Yeah, we need to decide whether we're going to build up or build down. So in the comment section, that's your objective for today's video. In the comment section, tell me, are we going to be digging, well, are we going to be building in the crater and then digging the crater out? Or are we going to be building on the surface and then just digging out the resources and anything else we happen to find and just dumping in the sea to make sure we have more room to build? Either way, this map is going to involve a lot of terraforming. This is why I start off every single video at this point because, well, I can see the island is going to vastly change as we continue. And that way we get a nice chronological of, you know, where we started in each episode. Anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here. That's potatoes. Don't care about potatoes. Yeah, I'm going to leave this episode here. We're clear cutting our way around. We're filling in slowly, very slowly. And we're definitely doing some serious digging. And you guys have so much dirt. So much dirt. We also have extremely, extremely busy. And the only way for me to fix that is by, well, getting some more vehicles up and about, which we're in the process of doing. But like I said, I'm going to call the video here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the very next video. All right, bye.